Okay, so here we have Peter Guthrie, the new Tory leader in Alberta, June 22, 2026. Question period in the House of Alberta. Now, Peter's commentary is, I ask straightforward questions about government decision-making, lobbying, and conflicts of interest involving the Premier. Instead of answers, I was met with interruptions, insults, and repeated attempts to shut down the discussion. I watched a little bit of this as well, and what I was also surprised by was the Speaker of the House, the manner in which he handled it, which I thought was rather odd. Just my opinion. And so now watch closely and ask yourself, and I'm reading just from Peter Guthrie's byline now, why was this question so difficult to answer, and why were they so determined to prevent it from being asked? Since this exchange, Albertans have witnessed controversy after controversy involving sole source contracts, procurement practices, government appointments, and questions of transparency and accountability. And now, AHS, which I imagine is Alberta Health Services, has been ordered by the courts to turn over documents to law enforcement. This or that development makes this exchange even more relevant. The details may change, but the pattern remains the same. It makes a good point. The pattern is what you should be focusing on, the patterns, actions, and behaviors. So the actions and behaviors are the patterns. Too often, we see deflection, obstruction, and theatrics. That's where they go to slogans and platitudes and various other antics. So question period exists for one reason, accountability. Albertans deserve answers, not excuses. And whether you agree with Guthrie or not, Alberta needs someone to oppose this Danielle Smith for obvious reasons. And we're going to get to that over time. So let's take it away there, Mr. Guthrie.
Spouse of a minister or the Premier from acting as a lobbyist. However, there are legal and ethical considerations to avoid conflict of interest. Someone who is engaging in lobbying activities must register as such, and for a spouse, a heightened level of transparency should be maintained. Besides registering as a lobbyist, it is essential to reveal insider relationships. To the Premier, has your husband ever been registered lobbyist while you were Premier, and if so, for what purpose?
That's a rather raucous response from the UCP party.
Honourable member, I'm not sure that's about government policy, but the Premier can answer the question if she chooses to.
I've been tired of the rumors and innuendo and slander against my family that I've been hearing about for months. My husband owns a restaurant.
Okay, this is not slander. These are good questions, and to deflect with slander is not fair. You notice her body language. She's very defensive here. This woman's holding a lot of anger inside as well, if you look closely. Don't even have to look closely. If you just watch people, you'd be able to notice. There's a lot of suppressed anger here.
He has never, ever been registered as a lobbyist because he has never, ever lobbied any government, including ours, and I would ask for the innuendo and the slander to stop.
Mr. Speaker, given the Premier's husband has not registered as a lobbyist,
Well, this is about government policy, and I would prefer that you stick to that.
See, here's the Speaker popping up. This is really odd. He shouldn't be popping up like that. He should let it play out a bit more and see what happens before he starts taking this side or that side. That's the reason why he's the speaker. Supposed to keep things balanced. Keep the affairs of the room balanced. Just no more, no less.
Mr. Speaker, given the Premier's husband has not registered as a lobbyist, but given he has indeed lobbied this government under the guise of a rail expert, a question arises as to why David Moretta did not proactively disclose. Given the Premier is a staunch supporter of rail, particularly Calgary to Banff proposal, and given the insider advantage reeks of preferential access and concerns of influence peddling, to the Premier, are decisions in your office being made in the public interest or to benefit the well-connected few?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I'm actually at a bit of a loss of words.
Disgusting.
I find the nature of that
You notice there, Danielle Smith, disgusting. Disgusting, she says. And then this gentleman's going to pop up and put his 2 cents in there. And he gets actually very aggressive. I would say very aggressive.
question absolutely repugnant and disgusting. That the member, a former member of the government caucus, a former minister of the Crown, would use this time in question period to malign the Premier's husband. A member who does not sit in this chamber. There is a long-standing principle that we do not attack members who cannot defend themselves. And I find this line of questioning out of order and
Yeah, but he is directly and indirectly related to Danielle Smith. And it's becoming quite obvious certain actions are of concern of the House, or should be, because they may be inappropriate in this instance. So why not discuss it?
disgusting, and the member should apologize immediately.
I will say, Honourable Member, you need to ask questions about government policy, and do be cautious of attacking persons that aren't here.
No apology forthcoming because as Minister
Member, you will be cautious or you'll lose your question.
As Minister of Infrastructure, I was invited to attend a meeting with David Moretta about Banff Rail. And given I declined the request because I had concerns about the appropriateness of such a meeting, and given Mr. Moretta engaged with GOA officials, including the Premier's office and ministers, and given it is rumored he may have obtained confidential documents during those meetings to the Premier, with your interest in rail and your husband's efforts, has this crossed the line into undue influence over government policy and spending?
Mr. Speaker, again, I repeat my previous answer that I find this line of questioning completely out of line, completely disgusting, attacking.
Look at Danielle Smith. She's just below this guy's right elbow, and she's got her eyes pretty near closed. She's just mumbling to herself and just swaying back and forth. And she's just fuming. Just fuming. Very emotional lady.
A member who does not sit in this chamber. The Premier has been very clear on the nature of the relationship. I would also challenge that member to take this line of questioning outside of the chamber and see where it lands that member. Because I tell you what, Mr.
Oh my, here he is. Let's take it outside. Let's take it outside. Let's have a Donnybrook. Why don't we? Girls, get your high heels ready. Holy frig. No sense of decorum here whatsoever. The speaker really, I don't know. Got a question where he's coming from.
Speaker, this is out of line, it's disgusting, and there is an apology that should be given to the Premier and her family.
Okay, so there you go. That's what we had seen. Let's watch the very end once again, because I think it's a classical ending here by this gentleman.
Challenge that member to take this line of questioning outside of the chamber and see where it lands that member. Because I tell you what, Mr. Speaker, this is out of line, it's disgusting, and there is an apology that
out of line, and there is an apology warranted based on this. And we got to go outside and settle this. Holy moly. Queensberry rules. Danielle Smith, All conservatives are all the same. Doesn't matter if it's Danielle Smith, Pierre Poilievre, Doug Ford, or Mr. MAGA himself, Donald Trump. They're all bullies. They all want to privatize. They all want free markets. But as you know, privatizing health does not help anyone. Free markets, look what they've done. You think they regulate themselves? The economic crash is because of free markets. Great Depression, because of free markets. This AI situation lately down in the States with the stock markets, you haven't even seen the result of the effect of the Strait of Hormuz and the energy crisis and the fallout from that and the inflation that's going to cause. You don't see it yet, but it's coming. So once you understand that conservative policies, conservative self-peddling, privatization, all it's done is created hardship for the people. Free markets do not self-regulate. Free markets have no conscience to anybody but the welfare of their shareholders, their directors, and the almighty dollar, and making sure they've got a profit. They have no conscience or obligation to society. They have no conscience or obligation to the environment. So if you don't have regulations in place, they will abuse that privilege because all they care about is making profits. They don't care about anything else, and that's the bottom line. You can stay with this pain and suffering, keep defaulting back to bringing these people in that are just going to strangle the money supply to the average person, supports to the average person, whether it's provincially, federally, or municipally, because the affordability issue is created by the policies of neoliberalism, conservatism, Maggie Thatcherism, and Ronald Reaganism. And they've been propagated and reinforced by guys like the Republican Party in the South, MAGA South, Conservative Party in the North, UCP, and Conservative Party of Doug Ford. It's about time you all wake up to that. You can continue down this way of Darwinian ideology of survival of the fittest, which is really brutal, and you can socially engineer a society that you can have benevolence, harmony, and abundance. You really just got to make that choice. Love and peace to everyone. Questions, comments, throw in the comments section. Take care. And we got a problem in Alberta because they don't care about their people. This conservative UCP, separatists, they love MAGA. Let's face it. Doesn't matter what conservative it is. They're part of the MAGA clan, and it's in their DNA. About time you woke up to it. Take care. Ciao for now.